Kat Tassiello here at Utopia for the last set of panels at the Woodstock Film Festival.
And who are fiercely independent in spirit, no matter their sort of heavyweight champion status, like Marty Scorsese. But for me, I think I'm never more aware of my physical appearance. I'm never made more aware than doing these studio pictures. You know, they put such emphasis on looks, and there's so many opinions of like studio suits trying to say what they find attractive and what I need to be instead, and so many opinions, and that frustrates me a lot. You know, for me, I think what I rely most on is collaboration with my director, and it's always watered down, and there's a lot of opinions. The more money, the more people making decisions, and that's frustrating for me.
It's very short. You could do a film in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Studio films, you'll work on a quarter of a page for days, you know, and there's no luxury in independent filmmaking in that sense. But also it kind of puts everyone in such a, everyone teams up, and it just becomes a group effort, and there's a different connection, I think. It's fast, it's immediate. I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah, it seems like there's a different objective with studio films, is to just, you know, it's a business, and rightfully, you know, they want to succeed at making money. But being at the awards last night and hearing some of the speeches and what people were talking about, really, it was kind of like, is this a joke?
Thing counts, like, and it says whatever, the motto is whatever it takes to save a child, and it really does. I've been an ambassador with UNICEF for the past 5 years, and it has been really life-changing and transformative in the sense that I don't think that I can go anywhere without having the memories or the experiences that I've had in the field and meeting these children and the situations outside of America and Europe. You know, there's poverty everywhere in a sense that you don't think is real. You know, like you see it in a movie, or you see it, you think it's Africa, or you think it's, you know, India, but it's actually everywhere you go. It's in Peru and Russia, and I mean, you'll see the wealthier areas in those places, of course. There's always that city that's built up from it, but everything else is a shanty town. And the fact that it exists and it's getting worse, you know, you think our economy is suffering right now, you know, politically the climate is very hostile, you know, in other parts of the world. And even if there are laws protecting children or protecting people, they're not really upheld. And so it's pretty eye-opening. And
after the second time, I was ready for comedy, but it was a powerful experience.
Did you do the Exonerated?
Yeah, that too. That was very powerful as well.
Now.
I mean,
I just remembered.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, the Exonerated. Yeah, you know, it's like what Lucy's talking about. You know, whether it's hunger or, you know, human trafficking or the death penalty and people are innocent. I mean, these are things that we should be talking about, you know. And I think when people are reading the newspaper, they kind of just skip over that sometimes. They're like, oh, no, shit, I don't want to wreck my morning. You know, I don't want to go there, you know. And they're easy to pass over because, I don't know, I mean, for myself, I think sometimes I might pass over it because it makes me feel powerless. You know, like, well, what can I do about it? So I'd rather not read about it because then I know that I'm not in a position to do anything about it. And as actors, you know, we have an opportunity to bring light to things. So there is something we, you know, ultimately we can do about it. I did, kind of recently, and the subject matter was hard, but there was a real humanity underneath
What was it?
all this suffering. It was called Stitching, and it's been banned in like where was that, Annie? Fucking somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, people are afraid of a lot
Anything
of
that's
the
been
issues.
banned, we want to see twice.
Yeah, you want to see it twice. But when I was reading it, I got emotional. You know, it moved me just in the reading of it, and I knew like that was something that I needed to explore. So I did it twice, actually. After the second time, I was ready for comedy, but it was a powerful experience.
we decided that the way they treat certain people, the way that they do things in their life is not okay with us, and we have to go in there and fix it. And I don't know that that is always the way, because you're not taking into consideration the culture of what's going on and the history of what's happening. It's about education, is what I've learned.
Are you a first-generation American?
I am.
Are you, Vera?
Yes.
Are you?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, we're gonna start our own
I
club.
see the connection.
I knew there was a reason we got the three of you together. Okay, there we go.
Because I don't see
Yeah.
her that way. I don't see her that way.
No,
if I
she-
saw her that way, it'd be so flat, I would
Right.
think. You know, like
Right.
you kind of have to go in thinking, well, she's honest and she's dedicated and direct in her way that she sees things, but you.
That's what all bitches say. You're just being honest.
Quote. It's the quote.
No, I'm kidding, because I get called that a lot too, but
The locale, and there is really a special energy up here. You know, people always, you know, in Brooklyn or wherever, you know, I live in, you know, Woodstock. You know, yeah, Woodstock is cool, you know, but till you get up there, that part of your brain that kind of opens up when you're standing in nature like this. You know, I live in Brooklyn, and I thought that was kind of the country. You know, we got Prospect Park there, stuff, which is beautiful, but this is the real deal. And it just seems like such a fitting place for such positive energy and creativity. So I would love to come back sometime and spend more time here. I think that means not compromising until you really have to. I mean, we'll have to make compromises at some point, somewhere. But it's starting out with the true idea, your vision, your beliefs, and having the courage to stand by them. But it means to really fiercely believe in yourself and hold your beliefs sacred to you.
All right, now it is about the film festival itself.
Just that I really believe in it. I've been to a lot of film festivals, and you know, they're all important. But there's something about the spirit here that it reminds us of what independent filmmaking is about. And you know, I'm not jaded, you know, and I was reminded of that by coming up here, and really feeling moved, you know, by this. Yeah.
Thank you very much.